to Duke Realty, aka Duke Realty US. Please like, share, subscribe. Feel free to support us over at TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Duke Realty US. So we're going to start with a couple of properties. So right now we're going to go into simply properties. This goes from investment properties, fix and flips, as well as some turnkeys. Turnkeys meaning that they are ready to move in once the sale is completed. So I'm currently trying to pull up some files here. The first property up will be a nice property located in the better part of Long Island. Very large land as well. Of course, most Long Island properties have a lot of land, right? A lot of yard space, front and back. Beautiful green lawn. Right, we're looking at a 3-bedroom, so I'm actually gonna pull it up here. So it might take a minute here. Okay, nice. All right. So this is 50 West Willow Street. I repeat, 50 West Willow Street. This property is located in Brentwood, New York, right? Of course, Long Island. Is currently going for $389. This is completely negotiable, of course. Completely negotiable as the price. It's a beautiful ranch style house. One family unit, has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, beautiful kitchen area, living space, dining area. So it's a basement. It has a private driveway and garage. So a driveway and garage. It's closest to schools, transportation is near, as well as shops and other malls. So you can see here, this is a nice property. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of the fence. I didn't. Yeah, so I'm going to just. Right, so you can really see that grassland right there. Has nice yard space throughout the property. Right, so of course this would be your classic investment property. Of course, some work needs to be done on it, some small renovations. But once again, it's 50 West Willow Street, going for $389K, 3 beds, 2 baths, beautiful kitchen space, dining area, and amazing grassland. This could be easily, given to a family of 4, or 3. More than enough space for your relatives to run around in. Okay, great. So this property will be delivered vacant. So therefore, those that will be living inside, if there are, the property will be delivered vacant. However, with this property, it's already vacant. It's already vacant. Previous owners already moved out. So, definitely when it comes down to closing the sale, there's no extra negotiation needed. delivered vacant, as well as the price. Like I said and I mentioned before, the price is negotiable. Capital N. Of course, I know the seller, so they are definitely looking to get the best price as they can, of course, right? Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next property here. Just give me 1 second. The next property is a Brooklyn property. This is going to be a 2-family that we're going to go into here. It's actually a nice 2-family. Kind of interesting. I was talking to my team. We were actually thinking about going ahead and purchasing this one. But I really wanted to show it to you guys today. You know, just in case those of you that are looking to purchase a property in New York, Brooklyn, the Brooklyn area, closer to like Williamsburg area, definitely would be interested in something like this. So I definitely would want to hold it out from you guys. Let me just pull it up here. Okay, beautiful. Okay, you might not see it yet. Just give me 1 second. Okay, great. So this is 1304 for right 1304 Herkimer Street. It's located in Brooklyn, New York. This is a 2-family, right? Unfortunately, no garage space. You know, in New York, the zoning's a little different as opposed to Long Island. Some houses have garages, some don't. Well, majority don't. This house is not. No garage, no private driveway, simply street parking, of course. We're dealing with 5 beds, 3 baths, and the seller is looking for a $680,000 cash offer. Now, this property is a little bit special. Reason being is that it's currently listed online as $844,000. Right, so that's almost, I would say, 100 and a little over 100 and 164,000 or so. That's the amount of equity, of course, you'll be walking into as you purchase the property when it's valued and assessed at a set amount, but the seller wants to sell it at a certain amount. Of course, once you buy the property, you have your assessor come through, assess it from the bank. They're going to go with the market value, right? They're going to go with the market value over the value it's already previously sold for, right? So that's very important when you're looking at properties to, buy for investment. So you're walking into $164,000 of equity the moment you buy the property at that $680 price. Of course, that $680 price is negotiable. Definitely keep in mind, most listings I post on here will be negotiable, right? So 1304 Herkimer, dealing with a 2-family here, 5 beds, 3 baths. Seller's looking for $680,000. For those that like to run comparables, the square footage is 1280. So I'll definitely let y'all do that math. Of course, I have no calculator to pull up, so yeah, we'll be moving on to the next property shortly. I have some information on this property. Okay, cool. So, right, 5 beds, 3 baths. Is valued at $844,000. The seller only wants $680,000. The price is negotiable for the cash offer. Square footage is 1,280 square footage. 80 square footage. Yeah, so we're gonna go on to the next property now. Okay. Sorry, I actually just got a message here. I'm a little distracted here. I have so much screens in front of me right now. Almost like 4 screens and counting. Like I have like one screen that's literally behind my head. I have to turn around and look at it. So I'm sending through another picture right now. I'm gonna send that through here. Okay, great. Okay. This one's going to be a little of an interesting property. This is actually a vacant land. Going for sale here. Beautiful. So this is 25 Milford Street, Brooklyn, New York. Of course, this is a vacant lot, vacant land, open for R4 density zoning. Okay, R4 density zoning, right? So that means a 2-family could be built on this property with the width withstanding, of course, more than 80% of the vacant land, leaving some space in the back for yard space, of course. Of course, unfortunately, no commercial properties can be built on this lot. This is clearly low density R4 zoning here in Brooklyn. So when we deal with zoning laws a lot, when we deal with vacant properties, we often need to look around at the properties in the area, and that's kind of a ballpark estimate of what could be built on that land. Of course, the land needs to be cleared. But the property value once the house is built on the land, beautiful. So since there's not much information on the house regarding on the property, vacant land, of course, regarding description of bedrooms and bathrooms, there's no rooms, vacant land. So we're gonna go straight into negotiation tactics, of course. So when you're dealing with a vacant lot like this, of course, you need to invest to build. You need to definitely calculate how much you need to simply build a 2-family on this property. It could stem from anywhere from $100,000 starting to 120. When running the comparables for this area, the properties are worth almost over $1 million. So let's just say you actually do buy the property at $385,000. You put another 140 in. Put 140. That's somewhere around 520 total put in. The house is built. Now the house is worth 1.2, 1.3 million. So once again, this property, you have now received equity of over $600,000. Right? We could do simple math on this. Let's say you throw $140,000 into renovation plus how much you pay for the property. Simple math. $525,000. When you run your comparables, if you're an investor, you're dealing with an agent, run your comparables. You can reach out to me. I'll run your comparables for you. Contact me at Duke Realty US, and you can clearly see that once you run your comparables, the houses around you are already worth 1.2, 1.3. You buy the land, you renovate it, you invest in it, you only invest 140, 150,000, and now you're realizing $600,000, right? Or you're gaining the equity of $600,000 because guess what? Once the tax assessor comes, and looks at your property and assesses it at market value. It's going to assess it as at market value. That means that that market area, the house to your left, house to your right, house down the block, house up the block, what are they worth? So that tax assessor, right, will have to use the market value of the house due to its surroundings and the current market conditions, right? So the house already is worth, the houses within the area are worth 1.2, 1.3. So if you are able to calculate your investment correctly, you can come up with a strategy that can literally give you crazy returns if you just know how to do the math. So this property is a little interesting. I know most investors don't buy plots of land, worth $300,000, but of course this is Brooklyn, New York, right? The land is extremely expensive, as well as the property as well, right? We're living in an inner city, low density buildings, of course, but high density population. Everybody's packed, into this one area, as well as commercial buildings and other industrial property. So it's going to raise the value naturally. So I know people don't normally buy plots of land, especially at this size, for almost $400,000, right? Because this is 385. However, if you're looking at the market value, the market conditions, it worked for this market, right? Because the houses are worth 1.2 to 1.3. So once we keep our budget within 500,000, under 550, we're realizing way more than 100% of what we put in. Great. So we're gonna move on to our next property. We have here. Actually, I missed a few things. So, for 25 Milford, the square footage or the lot size is 1875 square foot. The lot area is, of course, 18.75 times 100. The total area, or FAR, is 2,530 square feet. And the zoning is, of course, residential. Beautiful. All right. Now we're going to move on to the next property. So this property is actually another vacant lot. It's also in Brooklyn. This is closer to a little bit more of the city area in Brooklyn, closer to Canarsie area. Actually, this is in Canarsie area. I'm actually sending over the files now. This is once again another vacant lot that has approved plans. I've seen the plans myself, approved. Great plans, but the zoning. This is why I say zoning is extremely important, especially for those investors that like to buy land, that are actually looking to buy land first. I know some people that begin investing, they don't always go for the house first. Sometimes they go for the land and then they build on the land. It's great to understand the zoning laws, because that would tell you what you can and can't do, right? Sorry, just gotta do a couple things here. Okay. Sorry, it's just not fitting to the frame. I don't know why. Okay. Alright, good. Alright. This is a vacant land located close to Avenue, located on Avenue N itself. This is 10021 Avenue N, going for $115,000. Actually, very great price for this area. Like I said, with these vacant lots located in these areas, we have to look at the property around us and what they're valued at. So that's negotiation, of course. I'm gonna go to that later. Let's look at the specs. Vacant lot. The lot area is 896 square footage. All right, so 896 square footage. Price about $128 per square foot. Not bad price. Excuse me. Of course, the price is $115,000 asking price. The ARV, or after repair value, is looking like way more than 60% here. So in Canarsie area, most one families are going for a little over $800,000 to about 690 on a bad day, of course, right? Or in a bad market, bad day, bad market, however you like to use that expression. And of course, when we are doing the math here to try and see what we would realize after investing, right? So if we invest $115 to purchase the property, the building plan is going to cost us another, say, $130,000. We've invested $245,000 total. Once we've invested $245,000 total, we have a fully built house on the land we just purchased. Now we're gonna take everything, go to the bank. Hey bank, can I get an assessment? Can we get an assessment for this property? They're gonna assess the value of the property, and we're going to get the market value. So the market value of these properties here, like I just said, 690. Well, let's just say $700,000 to $800,000. That's way easy. $700,000 to $800,000. If we put in $245,000, but the house is not worth $750,000, let's just say, being generous, we've realized $505,000 US, right? So once again, beautiful strategy of starting off with land. Always make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have a sequence of events that you are going to carry out and execute. Make sure you do your math, run your comps, and connect with the agent that knows what he or her is doing. Okay, now we go on to the final property. Actually, I have one more special property before I go to the final one. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull up the next property here. Yes, please feel free, and don't forget as well to subscribe to Duke Realty US. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. I know I have missed a couple of episodes this last week to 2 weeks, but I have been posting on TikTok effectively, as well as on Instagram. Just having some technical difficulties trying to set up most of my equipment here. I have to get some new equipment, ship some out, get some new ones in. So yeah, just been focusing, man. Still on TikTok actively and Instagram. So glad to be back on YouTube actively. Okay, beautiful. This is our next property. This is our next property we'll be looking at. 17 Henry Street. This is another property located in Long Island. This is near Roosevelt, or Roosevelt, however you pronounce it. Long Island, New York. We're looking at a lot area of 6,450 square feet. So spacious lot area. Spacious lot area. Like I said, zoning laws are so important to understand. Right? Zoning laws are so important to understand, especially when you want to understand what you're looking for in a investment vehicle or even a first home, right? You want to definitely understand which areas you want to buy into, so you can get the best, bang for your buck, right? It's houses that cost $400,000 closest to the city, have less yard space, no garage, probably could only be one floor. There's houses that are worth $400,000 farther away from the city. You may have to drive, let's say 30 minutes, 45 minutes, but who cares, right? You have a garage, you have yard space for your kids to play in or for you to do barbecues in. You have a backyard space, right? 2 floors, and your garage could probably hold 4 cars, right? So definitely zoning is very important. The cash offer for this property is $440,000. Cash offer is what the seller's looking for. We're looking at 3 beds, 2 baths. 3 beds, 2 baths, $440,000. Cash offer we're looking at right now. Like I said, spacious yard. We have a private driveway. And this is located in Long Island. I believe for our Brooklyn investors and our Brooklyn residents out there, this is probably about, let's just say 2.5, maybe hours away from Brooklyn. Yeah, maybe 2.5 hours outside of Brooklyn. But hey, if you're in Queens all the time, that wouldn't really matter to you, right? For all the New Yorkers out there, might get a laugh out of that one. But yes, definitely. The asking price is $440,000. Property may need some work, some minor renovations, but outside of that, pretty tightly knit. So we're gonna go on to our final property. It's a little bit of a special property. It's a fix and flipper, going for a decent price here in Brooklyn, New York, right in Canarsie. And we're gonna go take a look at it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube at Duke Realty US. It would definitely help us out with the YouTube algorithm to get these deals and these listings to investors, first-time home buyers, first-time agents, anybody that's looking to both network, build a portfolio, and close some deals, man. So definitely help us out with that YouTube algorithm. Wow, picture looks very nice on live. Wow. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so this will be the final property for today. I've been saving this one. I actually like this property a lot. This is a property that actually I found through an associate of mine that put me on to a agent that's actually working this listing right now. I was in contact with her, great person. She actually gave me the property to look at and to market. This is 16 Matthews Place, located in Brooklyn, New York, in Canarsie. Of course, all properties I gave today are co-brokerages, right? Because I love to network. I love to, be at the real estate forums, events, open houses, etc. So, networking is key. Networking is very important. So we're gonna go into the specs. we're going to go into the specs for this property. So 1 second. So 16 Matthews Place, Brooklyn, New York 11236. So this is located in NYC. To actually find this street, it's actually on a back street, or what we would call back streets here in New York. So you have main roads, usually avenues, right? They branch off into streets, right? And then these streets branch off into streets. So this is almost a branch off of another street. This is a place. This is a lane. This is a very small street. The houses here have a lot of value though. Upwards of $1 million. So when you fix this place up, because this is a fix and flipper, I'm gonna get into that just now. You can realize or net a lot of value out of this deal. This is going for $600,000 asking price, non-negotiable. So that means that the seller of the property is very stringent on that price, $600,000. It's a 6-bedroom, 3 baths, fully gutted. So it's fully gutted. It is ready for renovation, and you may have to spend less because it's already gutted, right? And it's a legal 2-family. It has yard space in the back. As you can see, we have a driveway right there, and it is off. This is an off-market deal, and the lot area is 3,263 square feet. Amazing. So, for this property, it is very important to understand. It is very important to understand how to do your comparables, because the neighboring real estate of this property are going for 1.2 million, 1 million, $800,000, etc. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties. So we actually have some recently sold comparables of I'm looking at it right now, 2.3 million, 2.6 million, 2.7 million, right? So of course, when you get out the house, there's yard space there that can be used to extend the house, etc. Get real creative with the renovation process. And once again, bring that tax assessor in, let him assess the value of the property, these are the market conditions, and watch your pockets fill up. Right, so this is a beautiful fix and flipper, fully gutted out, so it's ready and prepared for renovation. If you're an investor in Brooklyn, New York, you'd like to see your properties, we can definitely schedule a viewing for this one. If you're outside of New York and need a virtual tour, I can definitely set that up as well. Definitely reach out to me at Duke Realty US for any inquiries on any properties. Definitely don't feel free to reach out. I don't bite. But definitely beautiful property here. Like I said, 6 beds, 3 baths, legal 2-family, going for $600,000, non-negotiable. I just told you the comparables are 2.6 million, 2.7 million, and 2.3. Just recently sold in less than 6 months. Right, so we have a lot of equity in this area, a lot of equity in this deal. Beautiful. I'd like to say thank you for watching. Those of you that viewed, whether it's the live session or the recorded session, thank you. Appreciate you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe to Duke Realty US. These clips will be posted on TikTok, on Instagram, so definitely look out for those. And yeah, have a beautiful and blessed day. And I'm going to cue the outro.